African Americans are the most imitated group of people on the planet. We're the most imitated. We're the most emulated. We're the most cosplayed. Our culture, all right, the culture that we have cultivated, right, through our shared African culture and our shared oppression, living with and dealing with the savage barbarian Neanderthals, all that code that was pressed into a diamond that is the African American culture, right, have created a culture that is now, whether we like it or not, becoming world culture, global culture. You see, the people who want to gatekeep culture, right, it's always been an issue. When you want to gatekeep culture, the problem is you can't gatekeep it, especially if it's popular. Because people experience culture through experience and visual, observation, right? Our culture comes from our observation, right? Even if you are within the community or without the community, your ability to observe a particular practice of a culture and you emulating that is you practicing that culture, right? And you have to be inspired and you want to practice that culture. And once you do it enough and once people around you do it enough, it becomes a part of your culture. And then you blend that culture in with your culture and make a new culture. So right now, right, I'm not sure if anybody's paying attention, but the entire world's new culture, we're talking about the youngins. We ain't talking about old heads like myself. All right, usually it's the old heads like myself that want to suppress our culture being spread out throughout the world, right? Because we want to keep it for ourselves, keep it pure, right? At what you say, keep pure. But I'm sure there was a time in the past where us individual Africans, when we were trying to figure out what the hell we doing over here in this new world, and we had our cultures, I'm sure within the sphere of oppression and slavery, we were battling how to maintain our own individual particular African cultures while being forced to practice this white culture or live within this white European culture, right? So there's always been points of time where our cultures clash and cultures change, right? Good, bad, or indifferent. Now at this moment, since African Americans are the most popular group of people on the planet, unforced, you see, white people are the most popular group of people on the planet, forced, right? They had to force, kill, rape, murder, and trick their way into becoming popular, being well known. People wanted to be like them, right? And they only really want to be like them so they can relieve themselves of the oppression, right, that the people like them have created because they're not like them. So it's not like, oh, you guys are white and cool, I want to be like you. It's more like, okay, if I'm white, I ain't got to deal with the oppression that you white people place upon my people. And then how my people adopt your ideologies placed upon itself via colorism, caste systems and shit, right? So that's how people relate to want to be white. It ain't because it's cool, it's because it's convenient, right? But black, people want to be black. They desire it. They want it. They see the oppression and the difficulty, but they still want to get there. They like the elements and they try to steal it and add it to their own. Or they like the elements and they practice it and they merge it with their own. It all depends on what the intentions are. But like it or not, the way we speak, because people resonate with our voice, right? They're going to start speaking that way. Nothing we can do about it. It's a compliment to be emulated, right? It's a compliment that people think, damn, I want to be like those people, right? We're celebrated in many different ways around the world. Now, a lot of us don't know that because a lot of us don't travel. Most people don't travel. 80% of any population don't go anywhere, right? Don't get to experience other cultures. Don't get to experience how other cultures appreciate our culture, right? And that's why we have incidences where, they had the Japanese people talking about the black folks, being a cause of death, not understanding Japanese culture and how they speak. Because you've never been to Japan or never interacted with a Japanese person and understood how their English works, you would maybe get offended by that and say, oh, why are you saying that? But if you understood the culture of the Japanese, you would know that that was not derogatory, right? It was damn near a compliment. What they were saying is, damn, these people can whoop my ass. Look how big and strong and muscular they are, right? Look at it. And it's the truth. It's not like it's a lie. It's the truth. It's an objective truth. Some people can't take objective truths. They can't take pure facts. They can't take people who would just say, they'll look at you and say, oh, have you been, some people say, oh, you look a little like you've been happy lately. Oh, you gained a few pounds, right? Or try to easily, how some people try to ease in the fact that they've noticed that you gained weight. Where there's some countries where they say you done got fat. It's just that simple. You done got fat. They're not trying to be derogatory. They're just saying they observe that you are bigger than you are now. I mean, you're bigger now than you were before. Therefore, you have gotten fat. Fat is the word, right? You'll get offended, but they weren't trying to be offensive. But you would have to understand how people speak English in different countries to understand it, right? And that's also a part of culture, right? And so, like it or not, African-American culture, because people resonate with it for some, ask yourself this. Why do people resonate with African-American culture? Why do these people from all over, why do poor Russians, poor Ukrainians, and even notice it's usually the poor side, right, who resonated the hardest, right? The people who are struggling within their own communities, right, who resonate with it to the point where they emulate it completely and totally, making their own versions of it, right? You ever wonder why they resonate with us so much and don't resonate with other groups of people in the poor echelons of various societies that create their own artistic expression? You ever wondered that? Why other people who've been marginalized, why they're not popular? Why is it that the artistic rap music in the form of rap, why is that being used by every impoverished and group of people on the planet to express themselves? Why is that the main way people feel like they can speak with power and authority to whatever power or machine they're fighting against? Why? You ever think about that? Right? So deep down in the heads of a lot of people, they admire us, they envy us. We are the heroes. We are the inspiration for multiple revolutions within countries that you don't even know about. A lot of revolutions happen because people were watching us revolt against the European, watching us revolt against the American in America as Americans who were second-class citizens. They watched us like basically we was on Viltrum fighting the Viltrumites on their own land. Then we became the Viltrumites because we had to defeat the Viltrumites. Like straight Battle World. They seen us on Battle World, right? And it's like, damn, these guys came out unscathed and they fought the most vicious, death-defying demon on the planet. The only group of people to ever drop a nuclear bomb twice on other people. And we defeated them. We grabbed power and position within a country that they control. If they can do it, we can do it. Literally, we have inspired many revolutions around the world based off our natural ability to fight back, not be complacent. Even though we have the ability to be complacent, because goddamn, we can cope so good, we allow ourselves to cope, right? And let Europeans do what they want to do to us in America sometimes because we're so good at coping, we forget that we're being oppressed. We're so good at it. We're so good at walking and standing with the pressure on our back that our backs just get strong. We don't ever move out the way. We don't even dodge and weave sometimes. We just take the hit because we know we can take it. And that's a problem. We don't have to take the hit because we can take it. Sometimes we need to move the hell out the way and not take any of the damage. But anyway, I just want y'all to realize how important and special you are as a group of people. You are African. You are the descendants of great Africans who done great things, right? You are a descendant of many types of Africans. And because of that, you were able to take that African power, that energy from the multiple of the West and Central Africans, and you were able to take that and combine that and create one of the greatest and most influential cultures Africa has ever produced. And that's African American culture. Every African should be able to celebrate African American culture because it's African culture in America. Every African should be able to see the African American and say, I can do that because they did that. And since they are me, that means I have the capability of doing that. Because there's nothing about them, nothing that they have that I don't have. There's nothing that African Americans have that continental Africans don't have. But we use the thing we have to do what we got to do, right? And we show and inspire other people that they can use the things that they got to do what they got to do. You know, so you got to when people are talking trash and you see people talk trash mouthing us, it's just because they don't know. It's because they're not educated, or it's just because they're jealous. Either way, it's not really our problem unless they make it our problem by physically doing something, right, because of the way they feel. Other than that, right, when they speak, they're projecting their insecurities onto us. And we can't help that we got the juice. We can't help it. We can't help that most of America's gold medalists come from us. We can't help that we are, in fact, black excellence incarnate. We can't help it. It's just what it is. I'm sorry. Not sorry at the same time. We can't apologize for our greatness. And we can't allow the disrespect because people are jealous of our greatness. They should find their greatness, because everybody can be great. Every group of people have the capability of being great in their own way. And they should be able to do that without murdering and killing and stealing and lying to a group of people on a systematic basis, because that just shows how weak that they are. Because they can't really stand up on their own 2 feet, and they ain't got no motion to create any light for anybody to pay attention to in the dark. Anyway, you guys tell what you think about this in the comment section. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out.
All right, racist.
Holding out back, and motherfucker, I got 5 on the 20 track. It's like that, that's a matter of yeah. I just call to say I love you.
Every time outside cultures invite themselves into Black American culture, the authenticity is destroyed. But we must ask, why is Black American culture the only one that's shared? Everyone else gatekeeps their culture, but sees the culture in America as something they automatically get to engage in. Why is that? It's clear there is a culture of disdain shared amongst inferior groups of people. Culturally. You all seem to have a chip on your shoulder when it comes to the true indigenous people of this land. Yet you can't wait to hop on the next Black American created cultural expression. You all see it as an open invitation to join in. When it was never meant for you or for me. It's meant for those with the rhythm and composure to match. The rest of you look ridiculous. You lack the rhythm and the grace to flow through movements with agility and poise. This was another cultural moment for dancers at HBCUs, and we get the wannabe club wanting attention. It's not flattering, it's annoying. You guys are quick to catapult to social media virality for being mediocre, while the curators and the originators get their culture pushed down and squashed. The dance challenge is not even cool anymore because it's been taken over by parasites. Parasites who want to fit in and only see it as a trend. The internet would come undone if Black Americans dressed like this and started dancing. No such footage exists because Black Americans can understand it to be disrespectful, but no one views it as disrespectful to Black Americans. We are tired of seeing mediocre people in the front. The way people sound singing Beyonce's music is the way you all look when you try to emulate Black American culture. And even those who are good at it, the culture is still not yours. No other culture is welcoming to Black Americans. You all gatekeep, and yet you feel that you're entitled to VIP passes to their culture. No one wants an off-brand replica when we can just appreciate the original and authentic version.
I challenge you to think of something truly American. Don't worry, I'll wait.
I challenge you to highlight the contributions of immigrants without erasing Black American culture. Arguably the most influential culture on the planet, argue with a wall. There is not a single continent on this planet that does not imitate Black American culture in some fucking way. You almost had it when you mentioned rhythm and blues, but then you lumped us in with immigrants, and we are not immigrants, neither is our culture. Yes, American culture absolutely takes from immigrant culture. The message is correct. What isn't correct is ignoring Black American culture, which is uniquely Black American. It's not immigrant culture. It's not African culture. It is Black American culture that has been being built from the ground up for the last 400 plus years by Black Americans. We can all acknowledge the contributions of immigrants and their culture without erasing Black American culture.
Doesn't get a lot of
Credit? Trinis?
No.
Who?
I think Black American don't get a lot of credit. I think within our discussions, like when I hear like Caribbean people or African people, I'm like, please don't.
You know what's so crazy?
Don't act like
No, let me
a
say-
Black American man.
Let me
is
tell
not
you
gonna
why.
fuck
Let me
you.
tell you why they don't get credit.
Mhm.
And it's very obvious. When you go to a Caribbean nigga and you was fucking with, because in New York we call them Yankees.
Oh, in Miami we said Yanks.
When you're fucking with them and the fact that they don't have like a real culture, like in terms of like,
No, they got culture now.
well, when I say a real culture, you know, when you're in Jamaica, you're eating your rice and peas, your curry goats, and you listen to dancehall music. In America, of course, you're gonna eat like, what do you eat? Lamb chops, burgers, pizza.
When I no, I'll tell you this. My boyfriend, he's from North Carolina, and I visited his family recently, and they have a lot of traditions, a lot of culture.
I think the most attractive black
eat-
men in America are
Folks, do y'all ever think about Black American culture and how it is duplicated worldwide? Folks always sit up on this app and other social media platforms and say Black folks have no culture. Let's get straight into that delusion. If we look around the globe, our fashion is copied, our music is replicated, our slang, be it good or bad, stolen and watered down, the way we walk, the way we talk, the rhythm, we are studied, mimicked, and monetized. It's a white woman on this app named Gigi. Black rappers just flock around her just because she got white skin. Don't y'all know it's black mothers doing the same thing that she's doing? But she done mimicked us and monetized on it. They wear black culture like it's dress up. And you Negroes be in the comments cheering that shit on. Think about this. Why does the globe want to imitate people they claim who are at the bottom? Why do foreign brands, foreign artists, influencers build their entire careers off of black aesthetics, y'all? Because deep down inside, they know the truth. See, influence don't come from just power alone. It comes from culture. And Black America has shaped globally culture without permission, without protection, and without credit. You can't copy what you look down on. You copy what you can't replace. See, if the world is mimicking us while disrespecting us, that should tell you everything you need to know. Just look around. I always want y'all to look around. Start with this very app that we're on every single day. You will see how we are mimicked and monetized. It's white folks on this very app, y'all, teaching what I'm teaching, and y'all are down in the comments eating it up. Plenty of black creators are teaching black history and doing stuff. But y'all listen to the very people who misled you in the first place. And I ain't gonna even get on the white rappers that you black rappers push forward. Don't y'all know that's how we lost rock and roll? Y'all think rock and roll is something white. When folks like they biggest ones, Elvis Presley, didn't do nothing but steal and copy from black rock and roll artists. And now it's whitewashed. So when I see y'all pushing white rappers, you ain't doing nothing but whitewashing yourself in the future, and they're going to see a white face on the cover of rap instead of your black face. They mimic us and they study us, and they take our own culture and refeed it back to us, and we push them. We got such a, I don't know what it is. We push it, and we welcome them in like the welcome wagon of society. Meanwhile, they talking about you low life and feeding you back that bullshit. You have no culture. When whether it's good culture or bad culture, but black culture dominates the globe, and it dominates America. You see it on commercials. You see it everywhere you turn. Some form of black culture. It's in our rhythm, in the way we dress, we talk, our hair, our walk. But y'all will let somebody sit around and tell y'all have no culture when we dominate the globe in culture. The next time somebody tell y'all that, or you see somebody saying black folks haven't showed no kind of culture in the last 25 years, think about that. And all you got to do is take a stroll through each and every one of these social media platforms, and you will see your culture mimicked every day, whether it's good or bad. Wigs, weaves, BBLs, rappers, cars, clothes, slangs, foods, the way we season food. Our culture, y'all, is everywhere. Don't ever let nobody water that down and resell it and repackage it back to you in a different skin tone. I'm Dr. O, y'all.
Number one.
My hot take is that Black Americans are who they think they are. They are the moment, they are the culture, and I think they have the most impact in this country, and as Africans, we owe them more respect.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, she's definitely Black.
She's definitely.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such an extent that you bleach? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
'Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan!
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.